life.
I like Chirpy Burpy Cheap Sheep, the one with Chris the Sad Sheep. And because there's a brilliant part at the very end of it where they realise that the competition's been rigged, and you can hear the director
fucking hell.
going, yeah, fucking hell. He does it twice. And
What's the worst episode?
Hell, because it's on all the fucking time.
The Caravan.
Caravan, yeah.
That's the first one I ever saw. And you know the guy, when I say the guy, who am I talking about?
Yeah,
Of course you know the guy.
With the arse hanging off the car.
Yeah, exactly, the naked guy in the car. I was working in a hotel in Ennis years ago, and chap came up to the bar, and I'm just there serving him a pint, staring at him, because I'm just there, who the fuck is that guy? And then he just goes, yeah, it's me. And it's like, and I knew he knew what I was like, who am I thinking of? Like, and he's like, I'm the naked guy from Father Ted. And I'm just like, yes, I have my picture with him and everything. I mean, that's an iconic Irish face. You could put it on money.
Yeah. Do you think he gets the
Bloody perverts!
Still like.
Does
Yes.
he deserve it? No, I don't think he deserves it, but I certainly he probably gets it.
I think it isn't really like you see nowadays that there's the iconic. There's no iconic like paintings or statues or anything like that to do with Father Ted, but like you can see pictures of like love hate. Junkie artists have done pictures of love hate and like they put out there and these famous images of love hate. Do you know what I mean?
That's in the time that's in it. I mean, when Father Ted came out, what was it, 95 to 97? The internet hadn't exploded yet in Ireland. I mean, America was rocking broadband like a motherfucker, but the internet hadn't taken off in Ireland. And the idea with everyone having a location for a locale for their art, like Banksy or like any of the digital artists, that's totally an internet thing. Like mass produced art, especially about popular culture, is a very new thing.
Well, Andy Warhol was doing it ages ago.
Yeah, but he was doing it with, frankly, massive iconic things.
Yeah.
Like Nietzsche from fucking Love Hate isn't, you know, I mean, that's a mini icon. That's that's an internet thing.
Yeah. I haven't seen Love Hate ever.
What?
Never, no. I don't think I like it.
A lot of people haven't seen it. It's brilliant.
I only started it very recently. I'm enjoying it quite a bit actually. Yeah.
And what level you want to know? Because you've probably surely heard everything that happened so far, like in the papers.
No, and I'm thank you for not.
Have you not read the papers like the last 2 days?
I don't read the papers.
Alright. Well,
you can't go on Facebook though without seeing what happened.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so do you know what happened?
No, because I don't know how I get to Mars with me. I wouldn't be able to.
No, I'm only on season 2. As far as I am.
Don't tell anyone you're watching. It's all like, because someone's gonna go, oh yeah, you see it.
Someone's gonna see this now and text you going, you're just fucked.
No, it's very good. The best character in it by a country mile killed himself in the first season. Huey, Brendan Gleeson's son, who isn't Donald Gleeson.
Oh yeah. I only realised he was his son recently. Yeah.
He is terrific.
He plays a real scumbag.
But like, I mean, for anyone who's ever encountered a proper scumbag, he nails it. He nails that part. You don't know what he's going to do 1 second to the next. Like, he's so dangerous.
What do you make of John Boy and Darren in it? I think they're not.
Rob Sheehan, he nails the intensity, but
he's not.
He doesn't nail the accent. I'll say that. Aidan Gillen is he's very good, but for some reason his lines are cheesy as hell. But I think he's very good enough.
He's not proper scumbag. He's not Brendan Gleeson's son kind of scumbag. You know, like, do you know what I mean? You get me?
Yeah, but sure. I mean, that's all. The aesthetic for certain scumbags in Love Hate is all based on like reality. It's like, you know, you gotta dress nice and all of that stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Limerick, you never really see the gangsters dressing nice.
I don't think I've ever seen.
To be honest, if you're a good gangster, you don't see them. That's the thing, isn't it?
That's what I was supposed to say. I don't think I've ever seen Limerick gangsters, because I mean that's one thing.
Like, you might see like lads that do the running around and shooting and beating people up, but like the proper guys, as is the case, I mean, they never touch drugs. They don't have anything in the house. They live clean.
Bit like yourself, so boys.
We ain't no gangsters.
And
love to be a gangster. No, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't like to be a
gangster. If someone could say to you know, here's a 10 grand to move this person to here, and it's a party then tonight, a lot of hookers and strippers and cocaine.
Would we do it?
Yeah.
I'd do it. Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, I would do it.
I heard a story one time about a guy who used to do that. I'd be too nervous. I think out of nervousness alone, I'd probably crash the fucking thing.
Yeah.
I would do it just to go to the party. I'd love to be a fly on the wall, one of those things.
Yeah.
And I mean, I definitely would be able to play it cool. I'd be grand, like. So I'd really enjoy that experience. Yeah, I would do that. But I don't think I'd be falling or anything like that.
Would you do it? I don't know. I'd be very cautious about getting caught. The party, like I'd probably go to it and be like, "Well, boys, how you getting on?" Slap one of them on the arse. All right, boys, getting on.
Oh, imagine trying to be the most flamboyant person at it. You'd freak
Clearly, you couldn't play it cool. Then I mean, I would be much.
Just take the top off and start singing "Mysterious Girl" by Peter Andre. Whoa, everyone!
I would just walk them all with my killer dance moves.
So what's your entrance to if you were to walk into a gangster party? What do you say walking in the door? Because you kind of have to get that right.
There's a fella out where we're from.
That's true.
There's a fella out where we're from. No, like he's a specific walk. He's like pure character, but he's mad on the weed. Like this is his walk entrance. No, like anytime he comes into the pub, it's like this. Like, this is down to a T. Like boys. That's it. Everyone's like, if he says boys, I'm gonna piss my pants. He just comes in, boys. Everyone's like.
Yeah, see, that's a great entrance. I think that's a good way to do it. Straight in and go, boys, casual as fuck. That's
he's like, boys. He used to work for my stepfather in a box factory before. And, like, the amount of times he nearly got the sack for, like, leaning up against the boxes, smoking away, like, in a box factory. Like, it would only take one box to go up in flames, and the place would have been fucking, like, wiped out, It was, you get paid per box, right?
That's respect.
No way!
And you
get paid per box?
That's brilliant!
It was a good setup they had at the time, though, because when Dell was in, that was the crack, but you make the box, you make a pallet, you make about 12 pallets in a day. You'd see himself and one of the lads, every pallet they'd make, they'd wrap it, you just see the two of them just walking on, smoking it back, strolling back in again, like, they had it down to such a science, they knew how
How much you get paid per box?
I think it was 6 or 7 cents.
Alright, and you get a wage as well?
Well, it's if you make if you had your head screwed on about $4.20 a week, this is the boom for working in the factory, and then you could work a Saturday.
So how many boxes would you make in a day, like?
I used to make around more than 1,000 anyway.
Oh, okay. I don't know that.
That's a job I could never do.
Yeah, it's
the production line thing, I could never do that.
No.
I think I could. My mother worked
mad.
in a thing like that for a while, and she always used to take me into work with her. And I think factory work is really kind of soothing because it's just, you know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Just put box, boom, done. I think, yeah.
A lot of women, I think, like it as well because they know what they have to do, but then they know at the time they have free to talk about, well, love, do you see EastEnders, did you? It's like, I didn't love, I was right me husband. Oh, for a bang. We don't smoke beside the boxes. Fire.
Do you ever work in Dell?
I did. I'll tell you this story. I went to Dell, right? And it was, I was working there for like 2 weeks, but it was around Christmas time, so I got my free Christmas dinner, I got Christmas Day off, and I got half day New Year's Eve. So I was like, yeah. Quit then after that. You man rang up and goes, Gary, can you tell me why you haven't turned up for work today? You knew he was like, just have to get his first like air of fucking importance in life, like, his first opinion in life. Like, he rang me up, he was like, excuse me, Gary, can you tell me why you haven't turned up for work today? And I was like, and I was working in my stepfather's factory, I was just after starting, and I goes, I am working. And he was like, what, where are you? And I was like, beep, beep. I am working.
You made him sound like Jedward, you gave him a Jedward accent.
Well, he was like, one of these guys who was like, always like worked at these jobs where he never had a safe, where he would have got a promotion to like manager. It was like, Gary, can you tell me why you haven't turned up for work today? He doesn't know how to like manage people properly, but he knows the kind of, you're meant to put on this tone of voice. It's like, excuse me, Gary, why haven't you turned up for work? It's like, fuck off. Beep, beep.
The amount of people I know who walked out on the dojo.
Oh yes,
the amount of people like both Glenn and Noel at just one point in a day, like they've been working there like 5 or 6 months, and they've heard plenty of other stories with the exact same themselves, and they just went, alright, I can't do this anymore, and just walked out.
Left.
Yeah, and
told no one.
There was a massive thing in Delhi. It was just like, because everyone was working there and it was well paid, but like for a lot of people, it was just like the production line was just kill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it'd be for me now. I mean, like when I left Tesco, it was pretty much like I worked in Tesco when I was 15.
Yeah.
And I was trying so hard to get sacked. I hated it so much. I hated the job.
Why don't you just leave instead of getting sacked and getting a bad reference?
Because my dad got me the job, so I was like I didn't want to quit it. I was 15. It was just it was a silly way of thinking. But then I found it was really difficult to get fired because I kept like walking out of my shifts early, like 2 or 3 hours early. Like just kept putting on my jacket and walking out. And then one day they called me up to the office and they're like, "Donegal, you worked your shift 4 hours early last night." I was like, "Oh, did I? I don't know." And then they said, "If this keeps going, we're going to have to give you a verbal warning." Now to get fired, it's 3
yeah.
and 3 written warnings. And so in that exact moment, I just went, I'm going to have to hand in my notice. I didn't even work out my notice. I've actually, I don't know why I'm saying this proudly, I've never worked out a notice in my life. Anywhere I've ever given my notice, I've left the day I give my notice.
And what happens in like and I remember actually before.
Never worked
And you know
out.
the way like future employers look up your name?
I've never given a shit about that either.
And I remember what factory was it before? My coach was telling me that there was a factory where he used to work, and he goes, "Yeah, you're doing the same thing over and over again. That your mind gets so bored, it becomes like almost goes back to that kind of animal instinct, that caveman instinct. You just want to like
Smear your shit in the walls.
all it is like you see people going out. Like I remember seeing this in Dill. People be going out to the car shagging. Fucking people be going to the jacks having no wank. You'd hear them inside like pulling the wire off themselves, like, and fucking you'd see.
Oh yeah, I've had a fair few wanks in work.
There's one thing wanking, I mean, okay, it's weird, but to go out and have sex in a car is like, how do you approach that in the office? You're just going to walk up to someone on the line and go, "Here, come on." Like, how does that even happen?
I'm sure you've no worries of any woman asking you to to go. It's like, "Is that a lady over there? Oh my god!" Just goes.
Oh yeah, why wouldn't they? Yeah.
Look at how he wears that scarf.
Dripping
I go out for casual sex with Lottie any day of the week.
Yeah.
And what
I'd
happens?
say you're very good at sex, are you?
I don't know. I'll let you know.
For me, it's I've never any idea. Am I good at it? I definitely do the right things occasionally, but always for me, like people say it's methodical. For me, it's not. It's just ah.
And what was the best looking woman you've ever pulled? So.
Jeez, I don't know. That's quite a question.
I'd rather not say. I don't want anyone to watch that.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say it.
If I name someone and then someone else will be watching it and going, "Oh fuck him."
Adam's ma actually. Pulled Adam's ma, and it wasn't for looks that it was so awesome. It was mainly just for the fact that, like, Adam was the other side of the room. He was just sitting there watching what I did his ma.
You'd be very lucky to get my ma.
Is she a good looking woman or?
I was very lucky.
No, she's just a lovely woman.
Yeah, she is.
She's very good looking as well. Yeah, everyone's got to say that the mother's beautiful.
And
She got a very deep throat.
as in like, "Well, lads, come in for your supper, you cunts." Is that what you mean?
No, I retract all previous statements. Adam's mother is a lovely mother. Hello, Val.
She is, yeah.
Yeah, she's the top dude.
Her fiance nearly fucking killed him one time. We were in Cat Labs and he woke up at like, because Donica wakes up really, really early, and I think he was up at like 9 o'clock and he was just running around the house shouting about Waterworld and fucking...
You never told me that.
Did you? And Damon was like, just shut him up.
What's he get up out of bed like?
Well,
See, every day he works
I'm
Monday to Friday. He gets up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, so on Saturdays and stuff he
And he
likes
wants
to
to
stay
sleep
until
in
like 11 or something.
And what would be your best moment as a comedian? Like, does anyone ever stop you in the street and go like, "Oh, there's a comedian there, do you know them lads?"
Oddly, I get it a lot in Costello's.
Yeah?
Yeah, which is weird. Maybe there's kind of scene overlap, I don't know.
Okay.
You'd see it, rarely get someone to go up to you in the street now, but you sometimes see people looking at you going, "Oh, I recognise that guy from somewhere." I think, not the best one, but certainly the oddest one I've had was at Cat Labs this year, as we put out a DVD so we could sell them. No, that sounds really cynical. We put out a DVD to try and get our stuff out there, and after the show someone asked me to sign it and I was like, "Oh, that's really, really nice."
And how many people have asked for autographs?
only like 2 or 3, which is not a huge amount. You don't really get that. And even when people do ask me,
2 or 3 is brilliant.
I don't know. I feel awful. I feel kind of ironic about myself doing this. I'm like, why I feel bad that you're asking me because I'm no one famous. So like,
In the week or so that followed my gig with my close personal friend Neil Delamere, like 3 people asked me for my autograph that week.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Do you sign it with a pen, or do you sign it with your blood, or do you sign it with shit? Just get shit from your arse, like, yeah, here you go, there it is, no.
I'm particular about pens. I only ever use black pens.
No, why?
I don't like blue pens.
Yeah?
And because I'm left-handed, I have to use a very certain kind of pen or I'll just get ink over my hand,
Okay.
which is annoying.
And left-handed, yeah, that kind of, and you left-footed, like.
I don't know.
You never kicked the soccer ball before.
No, I guess I kick with my right one. I guess it feels more natural.
Yeah. And what advice do you give to the comedians who are looking to get into comedy?
Go away.
You don't, give us work instead. Meet other people who want to do it.
Alright.
I think it's much easier to develop in a circle, and you'll feel less kind of scared about doing it as well if you're with your mates. Because a lot of the comedy scene, like with us, with Fillibusters especially, we just kind of continued doing it because we were all friends. Well, we were going to continue anyway, but it was easier to work as a unit.
Yeah.
And so sometimes, like, not for stand up, but we'll get together and write other things, and it's really good to write in a group.
Okay.
For comedians in Limerick, goes to the Comedy Society. They run workshops and stuff every week, which seems to be doing them a very good deal. It gives them great experience.
When we started that.
Yep.
And what about yourself?
What about me?
What advice do you give?
Young comedians.
Your comedians.
Watch a lot of stand-up.
Fillibusters.
That's always the case. If you don't view it as directly a craft with a production process, you're doing it wrong. And you see a lot of comedians that assume that they've sat around in a house party and made a bunch of people laugh at stories and stuff like that, and that's what they'll do on stage and recycle it, and that's just not the case. And they don't put any effort into the writing process, and generally speaking, they don't really last. They stop doing it. But yeah, you watch a lot of stand-up. You need to, like, there is a how-to. Am I wrong?
Oh, there definitely is.
1 second there. One second, answer this. Hello? Hello? Hello, yeah? No, he's gone out. Gary's gone out. About half an hour or something, right? Yeah.